Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I literally saw this message about 3 minutes ago that you wanted me to hop on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you know what? This is what it's all about, right? So just to give
Mhm.
you a little bit of insight into my life really quickly, I'm in my office right now, and my daughter, Maddie Grace, is living in my office. Maddie, wave.
Hi.
Her mattress is on the floor of my office. Her room is getting remodeled. So, you know what? This is Plexus Freedom, right? We make it work. I told her she's got to go to bed in like 15 minutes so that I was going to hop on really quick and then hop off. But, you know, the main thing that, first of all, I want to congratulate you guys on committing to this 6 weeks of this course of growing your business and you know, just self-improvement. And knowledge truly is power. And investing in yourself and investing in your team like this by hopping on these calls, it's a really big deal. It's going to be huge for building your belief to be in community through these calls every single week with people that have the same passion and the same belief that you have. So, you know, my biggest thing that I wanted to, since you're finishing up the 6-week course, that I want to talk about is to not let this be it. You know, to keep on keeping on with the self-improvement and with the personal growth and development. That's huge. You know, commit to being committed. And that sounds like one of those, like, what does that mean? Commit to being committed. But, you know, what it means to me is don't put a time frame on your commitment. If you're committed to your business, say, I'm committed for the long haul. I love Plexus. I love the opportunity. I love network marketing. I love what that means. I am going to commit to being committed and say, I'm in this for the long haul to be successful. You know, I'm blown away. I'm blown away at the people that join Plexus and they want it and they say they want it. And when they don't have immediate success, they walk away. If they don't have the overnight success, you know, they walk away. A lot of people join network marketing thinking it's going to be like a lottery ticket, that this is going to be an easy thing. And you guys, we work really hard. Those of us that are successful, we work really hard. But we committed in the beginning to being committed. And, you know, people work, it blows my mind, this is what I was going to say. People will work 20 years, 40 years, whatever, you know, 40-hour-a-week job, at a job they don't like, sitting in a cubicle next to people they don't like, helping make someone they don't like rich for their whole lives. And they will never, ever make it to what you can make as a jewel. Like they'll work 25 years and never make it income-wise what they can make as a jewel, but they'll retire and they'll, you know, have given their whole life to make someone else rich. But with Plexus, they won't commit to 4 years, 3 years, 2 years to get to jewel. Y'all, I mean, I hope that you're out there nodding your heads going, yes, I will do this for 3 years to get to emerald. I mean, I hope it doesn't take you 3 years, but if it does, is it worth it? Or is what you're putting into it right now worth it to do it for the next 2 to 3 years to get to emerald, to change your life, to be making 6 figures annually? Because people work their whole lives to never make 6 figures annually. So, you know, we are so blessed that we get to do something that we love, that's changing lives, that we have flexibility and freedom. Will you do it for 2.5, 3 years? Will you continue to self-improve? Will you continue on this journey after this, you know, the 6 weeks thing is over? Continue with your passion, continue with your growth, continue to build that belief to do this, to get to emerald, sapphire, diamond. Will you commit to be committed, not put a time frame on it? Because y'all, it's worth it. There's not a jewel in this company. The rest of the jewels on this call will agree. They'll attest that it is worth it to do it for 3 years. 2 years, whatever it takes you, you know, to get to jewel. I mean, it's worth it, you know? So that's kind of, oops. Are you guys there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of all I got, you know, is just commit to being committed. Don't be like, okay, I'm done with this course and I'm going to continue to kind of work my business. Say, man, I see the opportunity and I want this and I believe in this, because you've seen so many of us be successful, you know, and go for it.
Wow. Thank you. So, I mean, honestly, it's worth it for 20 years. My children's future is going to be so different. That's amazing.
That's right.
Such good advice. I taught for 8 years and I went into debt for my education and I already make almost double. And I'm a Ruby. And
that's so awesome.
I know. It's amazing. Thank you, Celeste. I
You're
love it.
welcome. Really quick, I heard from a girl today. Her husband's in a band, she's in the Scooter Brown band, and she went senior Ruby today. And she said Plexus literally saved her marriage. You know, her husband's in a band, struggling to make ends meet. They've struggled financially forever, literally. You know, since the day they got married, the day they met. And she said her Ruby income is the most money they've ever made in their lives, and that Plexus has saved their marriage and changed their family's lives. I mean, that's my why. You know, you talking about, you know, your situation and me talking to this girl today, that's why I continue to hop on these calls at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, because that's what fills my cup, you know?
Wow, thank you. And for those of you who don't know, I know we have some new people who just started in this group right away. Celeste is, she's a part of our upline, but she's a double diamond in our company. She's the only one. So you want to listen to exactly what she has to say. Follow those who are successful. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
We have some other people on our upline here, and you don't even know how much I appreciate all of you just jumping on last minute, by the way. It just means so much to us, shows us like this one Plex is just for our team. It's amazing. We have Beth Anderson, who is a Diamond Ambassador. She's under Celeste. She's our upline as well. So Beth, do you have any words of wisdom for us?
Sorry, I had to mute myself. Thank you so much for having me. I just first want to tell you, like, what an amazing leader you are. I actually texted Amber just this week to see how you're doing, because your story, I remember learning your story when we were at convention this year, and it's an amazing story, and I'm just so happy for you and all your successes. So
Thank you.
Anyways, but you know, listening to Celeste, it's kind of funny. We actually did a call this week, last week. I don't remember what day it was. They all were together on leadership. And Amy, whenever you messaged today or tonight, you know, the one thing that first always popped into my mind is the consistency. You have to be consistent even when it gets hard. It's going to get hard at some point. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I remember last year I had a dry spell and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing the same things. I kept going. I kept figuring out how to make it happen. And then all of a sudden it started going back up. And in this month, and this is not bragging, I'm just saying this about consistency, this is the highest PV month I've had probably since almost the very beginning of when I started Plexus. And it's because I didn't give up. I kept reaching out to new people. I kept posting on Facebook every single day, and I was just consistent. My sister-in-law messaged yesterday, and she said that last year this time she ran a contest on her page asking people to let her post on their page like a lot of people did yesterday. And the girl and she would do a drawing for like a prize or whatever, you know, for a product. And the girl that won the product last year, a year ago, who Mandy has been consistent with for an entire year, ordered her product yesterday for the first time. If she wouldn't have been consistent, she may not have ever ordered, or she would have done something else. And being consistent is so important. Never giving up, never losing your belief. If you start losing your belief, you talk to one of your upline, and I promise we will help you get your belief right back. Making your goals, setting them for every day, every week, every month, yearly, and like your overall goal, what you want Plexus to do for us. We still have goals. They may look different than what they were before, but we still have goals and we still set goals. But I just think never, ever, ever giving up and always doing what you do from the very beginning. Learn everything that you can. Never stop learning. Never stop doing the things that you are doing now. Never stop doing them. We still do them. We still learn. We still ask questions. We still watch videos. We still do trainings. There's so much that we do, but just keep on doing it. And y'all just committing to this 6-week group, I'm just saying, and following through, because I'm pretty sure like I'm doing a 6-week group right now with some of my girls, and some of those challenges, they aren't liking me very much. So the fact that you went 6 weeks and did all the challenges is truly amazing and showing that you want to be a part of Plexus. And I promise you, like Celeste said, is 100% worth it. 100,000,000%. No matter how long it takes, just keep going. And I know most of you on here that have been doing it for a while will agree with that, because it's an amazing, amazing journey. You get to meet some amazing people and become friends and family with them. Amber and Jana, I see y'all, and I love seeing your mom. And I finally got to meet your dad today. And I just feel like we all do become part of a family. And so just enjoy every single bit of this journey. and never give up and never quit. And it kind of is funny that Celeste was talking about the exact same thing, but that was a tip that I had. So anyways, I am so sorry I have to run. I literally just walked in the door and my kids have got to go to bed. So, but thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Beth. We appreciate
it. Congratulations to all of y'all. Y'all did amazing. I just know it. So y'all have a good night, and thanks again.
Oh, thank you so much. I know I was going to go in order of our upline, but Amber is actually at the airport. She needs to get on a plane. So Amber Livesey is going to pop. She's an emerald. So, and it's her anniversary. Happy anniversary, Amber. So go ahead, Amber, and let's hear your words of wisdom.
Thank you. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, I am in the airport, so there may be a lot of crazy background noise. Who knows? Let me get my microphone. Okay, can you hear me okay? Okay. Well, like Amy said, I'm in the airport. We've been in St. Louis all day. And it's cold here, so I have on like a sweatshirt and a sweater and a scarf, so I'm all bundled up, and I realize my headphones make me look like I'm a DJ or something, but that's all I had. Anyways, I would say my biggest tip to you guys is passion, and I talk about this a lot, but keep your passion for Plexus. It's really easy to have passion for our products because our products are so amazing, but something that I've started doing is about every month, at the beginning of the month, go to YouTube, go to different Facebook pages, and find about 3 to 4 testimonials that will make you cry or come close to it. I know that sounds really cheesy, but life-changing testimonials, and I promise you that will keep your passion alive for these products. I did another network marketing business before Plexus. I was helping people help their houses smell good. And honestly, I don't care if your living room smells like cinnamon or black raspberry vanilla. That doesn't affect me one way or another. But when my grandpa was getting off of all of his cholesterol medicine at 83 years of age because of Plexus, and when I'm coming off of medication and losing weight and all these amazing things, it's easy to stay passionate about our products, but make sure you don't lose that passion along the way when maybe your days are a little bit down and people aren't responding like you hoped they would. Go back to those testimonials that bring you to tears, those testimonials that you realize, okay, I am changing people's lives by sharing our products, and keep that passion going. It's so very important. I have people ask me a lot, what's the key to this business? And in my opinion, the one and only key is passion. If you have passion, you're going to want to go to meetings. You're going to want to post on Facebook. You're going to want to get on these Zoom calls. You're going to want to do all of these other things that you need to do to be successful. But if you don't have that passion, your desire to do all of those things is going to go out the window. So that's really my one and only tip. I'm so proud of this team. When Amy sent the message, Amy and I went to college together. We were roommates, and we have some stories. But when she sent the message wanting all of us to jump on, I was like, oh my goodness, I hope I can, because Amy, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your team. You are my strongest leg. And so I wanted to be able to hop on this call and just tell all of y'all how proud I am of each of you, how happy I am for each of you for the success that you have so far. And I know it's only going up from here. And I have to go because our flight is boarding in like 6
You're
hours.
awesome. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you so much. I really do.
You're welcome.
Happy anniversary.
Love you guys.
Excited for you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye. See, even though we're kind of going down to her, but Sunday Anderson, or it says Anderson, but yeah, Anderson, right? Okay. I don't know why, but your Facebook says Sunday Coleman Anderson. So okay. Anyway, I love Sunday so much. I can't wait to hear what she has to say, but she is our Sapphire upline as well, and she should be Diamond soon, I believe. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Sunday.
Well, Amy, thanks for allowing me to be on the call tonight with y'all. I'm so proud of you. You've worked so hard to get to where you are, and your team is just amazing. And I love you dearly. My tip for tonight, when Amy asked me to be on, I'm like, yeah, I'll hop on. And plus, I wanted to hear what Celeste and Beth had to say. And Shanna and Amber, I want to hear what everybody has to say. But my tip is just they've all kind of gone over, know your why and have your passion. I think a lot of people get into this business and I have a helper, by the way. You can't see my little helper tonight. I think a lot of people don't know about network marketing. You get in, you hope the business works, and you hope the products work, and you're still trying to get that belief. And what Amber went over, that passion is going to help you get the belief. But how do you do it? It's not luck. It's just good old network marketing. And so what we mean by that is if you think about any other profession you do, think about if you were to be a hairstylist, or if you were to be a plumber, or if you were to be a CPA or a real estate agent, you've got to study and pass some kind of test. And think of it this way. This is your career. It's a side, for a lot of us, it's a part-time job, but you've got to learn about it. And so read books. I always recommend either GoPro or Rock Your Network Marketing Business or Millionaire by Halftime. I know Amy does Danny. Oh, what's her name, Amy? Danny Johnson, is that right?
Yeah, Danny Johnson. Love Danny Johnson.
But grab something and read about it, and read about this business and about how to cultivate these people skills, and then go over and apply what you're learning. Make your list. Make your list of 100 to 500 people that you know. Go through that list and make a list of people that would be good customers. Who do you already know that suffer from allergies, eczema, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, maybe needs to lose some weight? Who do you already know with that? Those would be good customers. Who's your top 10? Who are the top 10 people that you want to be around? Put your people on your chicken list. Who do you know that would be great at this business, and you were scared to death to talk to them? Make a chicken list and put those people on the list, and then start contacting them, and then follow up. Oh, what did I say? Follow up. It's all about the follow up. And because they're going to think about it. It's $100 a month, just like you. I'm going to guess that most of y'all Amy contacted you. You're like, oh, sure, sign me up. You had to think about it. So just keep following up. So when that person does go to buy or sign up, you want them thinking about you. But those are my tips. And now I can't wait to hear who's next. Thanks for having me on, Amy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Cindy. I love that. Yes, follow-up is key. Definitely. All right, Jana. Yay. So Jana is amazing. She's our senior, not a senior, I was going to say senior Sapphire, but Sapphire ambassador. And I am very, very excited to hear from you, Jana.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish there was like a senior Sapphire position. That would be pretty cool. You should. Yeah, you need to submit that, Amy. I like that idea. Okay, so it's really hard going last because everybody's already taken all your tips. So I was sitting there thinking, really, Celeste and then Beth, before I got on the call, my main tip was going to be talking about consistency, because Amber and we talk about passion a lot, but consistency ties right in with that. And I guess the last few months, I've really seen the results of that. And so that's why I think the last little bit I preach it so hard. I read Beth's story about her sister-in-law yesterday who had been talking to a girl for a year. There's a girl that I signed up yesterday or day before who I had been talking to. She was one of the very first people I contacted when I got into Plexus 2 years ago. We've emailed back and forth. I sat down with her at a Starbucks in July. And then I kept following up with her. I kept saying, hey, are you interested? And I just never got, and she was one of those, how you get ignored. Everybody on here, I'm sure, knows what I'm talking about. You send that message and you just get totally ignored. Well, a few days ago, she said, hey, she wrote back and said, I'm so sorry. It was rude of me to ignore you. I'm ready to sign up now. So I'm super excited about her because she's one of those people that I'm like, I think she's just going to be a rock star with it. And so if I had just quit, though, if I had quit posting on Facebook, she's not somebody I see regularly anymore. I used to go to church with her, but I no longer do. And so I don't see her face to face, and we don't talk. Except for just commenting, through Facebook. So if I had not kept posting about Facebook, she would never know that or posting about Plexus on Facebook, she would never know that I was still doing it. And I see it happen so many times where people get on, they have a little bit of interest, and then people don't follow through and sign up as an ambassador or sign up as a customer. And so they just quit. And they quit too soon. People give up too soon. And it breaks my heart, and it makes me so sad for them if they could just know what the end result was going to be, and that so many of those people, it just takes time. It can take months for them to come around and it be the right time for them. So many times we get on this journey and we're ready to sign up somebody today, but they're not as passionate as we are about the products. They're not as passionate about the business as we are because they don't know it yet. And so we have to give them time, let them sign up when it's the right time for them. In the meantime, we have to keep following up, and we have to keep letting them know through social media that, hey, we're still out here. We're still doing this. We still want you on our team. So consistency is huge. I mean, it is just huge, and being consistent. But I think so many people already talked about such great tips and being passionate, and where do you get that passion? And so I think I would just like to encourage you to go back to the basics and make sure that you've made that list of 100 or even 200 people. Make sure you've actually got that list. Like, where is it? Go dig it out. Have you actually went through it? Have you actually contacted those people on your list? That's going to be vital for you to get going. And then, are you helping your new people do that? Are you telling your new people, hey, make your list, get on, where's your list? I want to see your list. Are you actually reaching out to those people? Have you actually written down your why? And my why changes, every few months as I see more potential and I see where this business can take me. My why has greatly changed from the beginning. So I have to rewrite what my why is. Why am I doing this? Because there's going to be those days that's discouraging and maybe down. And then there's going to be those days where everything's just crazy. Like maybe it's been the last few days when we're trying to take advantage of the special. And so you're going to want to make sure you can go back and see that why. And because there are times that you're going to think, why am I doing this? Why am I, why am I sacrificing my time right now to do this? But it's just like Celeste said, would you do this for the next 3 years? Would you put in the time and the effort and put in the hard work? Because she's right. I think so many times people see the successful people with Plexus, they see their Facebook profile and all they see is them doing the fun things and hanging with family and going on trips, but they don't see the behind the scenes work that goes into this. And it is hard work. And so you've got to be willing to put in that hard work, but are you willing to do it for the next 2 to 3 years to get yourself to Emerald and make more than most people make just at a regular job, a regular corporate job? So anyway, I was kind of all over the place with that, but hopefully it helps a little bit. Go back to the basics though. Encourage your team, your newbies to just get on those basics right away, because that's what's going to get them going and get them started and help them find their passion for this business.
Awesome. Thank you, Jana. No, I love that. Are you guys just like amazed right now that our whole upline just jumped on this call last minute just to give us some tips? Like, don't you feel so supported and so loved and ready to go conquer the world? I do. So I appreciate you guys so much. It is 9:26. I wanted to keep it short to tonight only because I know if you're like me, I have like 15 potentials out there. I'm like, come on, people, it's the last. So I've been reaching out. I've been working hard trying to get this bonuses. But I will stay on for any questions. If you guys want to share, I'll stay on for another 10 minutes or so. If you would have a question that you have for us, or if you'd like to share something about this group, I would love to hear from you. But other than that, I'm just going to kind of leave it open for you just for questions for the next 10 minutes or so. So Cindy and Jana, you are more than welcome to stay, but don't feel like you need to. I know you guys got to get to your potentials as well. So we really, really appreciate you coming on our call, though. So go ahead, let me hear from you. And if everyone's just ready to get back at it, I'm fine too. I see some.
Hey, I'll say one more thing too.
Sure.
Getting on these calls, like another tip would be to always get on these calls. When you see an upline doing a call, I don't know about you guys, but when I hang up from, a lot of times they're calls that I've hosted, but when I get on an upline's call, I hang up feeling so like Amy said, ready to conquer the world. You know, you just get on with these other women that are, or men who you're like, okay, they're just like me. You know, they got to go tuck their kids in bed just like I do. I mean, they're just normal, everyday people. And so it makes you realize you can do it, for one thing. And it's just, there's nothing, I mean, you know, it's great to see what they post on their team pages, but when you can actually see their face and hear their voice, it's very inspiring and encouraging, and you hang up just like, okay, I'm ready to go again. You know, it gives you that boost that you need. So that would be another tip. Always get on calls. If you can get on it and listen, get on it, because they're going to help you.
Hey, Jana or Cindy, can I ask you a question? I know, how big do you think your team is, or Cindy's team is, or Beth or Celeste? Like, if you had a guess, just I want everyone to realize how amazing it is that you guys jumped on this call. Because I'm one of how many on your team?
Hang on, I'll look. I've got, last time I checked, it was around 1,800, I think.
Wow. What would you guess Beth or Celeste or Cindy have?
Oh, gosh. What would you say?
Oh, go ahead.
What would you say Celeste has, Cindy?
I think the last time I heard from Celeste, which was this number, which was like this summer. So who knows where it is now, was I think like 45,000 people.
Is that not amazing? Like, and she took time to get on our call because she cares about us. If you're working hard, we will pour into you. That's who I pour into. I don't care if you're my level 12, which I don't have a level 12 yet, but I'm just saying, I just think that's amazing. We want you to succeed. I want you to succeed for your sake. Because this is my thinking. Sometimes people who have quit, they'll apologize to me. And of course I want people to succeed, and of course it helps me. But honestly, I think to myself, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, I'm gonna get there, because I'll never ever give up, ever. I will always continue to learn. I will always continue to keep going. Always. Nothing will stop me. So if somebody quits, I feel bad for them. Like, because I know I'm going to get it. Like, I'm going to keep going. But it breaks my heart. So anybody who tries, I'm there to pour myself into them. I want this for you. And it goes to show you, our whole upline got on tonight. And I just want to say, my grandma has been here all week. This is an excuse. But my grandma's been here all week, and my kids have been home from school. And you know how that is. So this was very last minute. I just appreciate you guys so much. So thank you.
Well, you know, just listening to you talk, there's one reason why you're going to be enrolled here real soon, Amy. And that's just because you are very passionate and you believe. You know you are going to do it. You are going to get there no matter what it takes you. And that's really, when it boils down to it, that's really what it takes.
Yeah.
So that it is. It boils down to that passion and that hard work, being willing to do it, and you're going to be there. So
right. And I do believe that if it takes 10 years, it's still worth. I mean, think about that. Like, I wish my mom would have done something like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still good. But I'm just saying, like, my kids, I think about my kids and their future, and just like, it's so worth it, you know? And not just that. I mean, every aspect of it, just the changing of the lives that we get to see, you know? Just like Amber was so funny with the candle. Yes, it's, you know, those are nice products, but we get to see lives changed. And I think about, if I would have quit, you know, I told you guys I had that one moment. Jana saved my whole business here, because she was there for me. But if I would have quit in July 2014, it was my only time I seriously was like, oh, forget this. I would have a big eraser, and I'd probably erase most of you on this team. I think most of you have joined me since then. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, God just had a plan, and it's so worth it. So.
Yeah, and like Celeste or Beth said, if you ever do get to that point where you're like, yeah, I'm ready to quit, I'm ready to throw in the towel, reach out to your upline. I mean, that happens so much. And, you know, I just looked, Amy, I've got a little over 2,000 on my team now.
Wow.
And so when you have that many, it's hard to always know, you know, where people are and what's going on with their business. And so when someone reaches out to me, though, I wouldn't say I try to necessarily talk them out of it, but I will talk them through it. And if it's the decision is the best decision for them to quit, then okay. But a lot of times people just need a little encouragement, and they just need to go back to their why and why they're doing it. And so always reach out to your upline and just let them know what you're going through. We've all been there many times. So.
Right. Awesome. Okay. Well, does anybody have any questions? I do want to say, I don't know if they were on here before, Julie McNeely and Stacy Bowe, I believe they are going to get the $1,000 bonus. And I think that is amazing.
Wow.
Honestly, Julie has signed 9 people, and I think you only need a couple customers, right?
I'm signing my 10th after this call.
That's amazing, Julie. I am so proud of you. And you signed 10 last month, too, didn't you? Something like that?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
10.
You guys are looking at a future diamond right here. Pay attention.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, and Jana and Cindy or Aunt Amy, y'all can answer this, or anybody else for that matter. If you had to give me like your number one tip, or what you think has been the most successful when you are in the process of helping your level ones get to silver. So I guess really it's a question of duplication. Like, what is the number one thing that gets them to, whether it's like building belief or getting them to really buy in and say, yes, I'm going to do this? Like, because that's really what my goal is, for especially for December, because I have signed 20 in the past 2 months, and I really want to work on deepening that, getting them to all go silver. So I'm looking for some like meat right there. So
I don't mind taking this one if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
I go over with all my new people. Now it doesn't, and Jana can tell you, it doesn't all stick in because everybody is different. When you sign somebody up, they all have different goals. Like Gina just said, the new person she signed up, she sees potential in this person, but that person might not see it in themselves yet. And so that is a huge part of it, trying to get them to see what we see. Okay. So when I sign up somebody new, the first thing, and I think Gina and all of them do this, is they have to know why they're doing it. So I always why are you doing Plexus? And a lot of times I'm going to tell you, 90% of the time, it's going to be like a fluff answer. It's going to be, I just wanted to try the products. They're not going to walk in and say, I want to be diamond. Okay. Even Janet will tell you her story that she was like, I'm absolutely not going to sell it. Okay. And look, she's sapphire. Okay. So you got to keep that in mind, that it's, everybody's different, but have them know their why. But here's what I go over. The next thing I go over with them is hope and belief. Hope brings you into network marketing. Hope. You hope these products work. You hope the business side of it works. And then on the other side is that belief. I have belief. I've been doing it for 2 years. I know the products work. I know the financial side of it works. I'm sapphire. I know the money is there. So how do we get you from hope to belief? I give them 5 things to do. Okay. The first thing is they need to be a product of the product. You have to take the product consistently because you have to know that they work. Our products do work. They're great products. And if you are taking them every day the way you're supposed to take them, you're going to believe in them because you can tell you sleep better. You have more energy. You're going to know that they work. Okay. So be a part of the product. And plus, when people ask you about the products, you're going to be able to give an educated response because you take the product. Not like, well, I don't know, I heard this one does this. You take the products you know. The second thing is to be active on the team pages. Be on Gina's page, be on Amy's page, get on my page, be active on the pages. You're part of a community. You are part of a family, so you don't feel like you're all alone doing this. Read through the team files. Okay, so the next thing is research. I need you to do research for me. You're going to read through the team files. Go through, there's that Journeys, Plexus Journeys, which is the testimonial page. I always put them on. I said, try to read one testimonial a day. Find some testimonies that you like. But this lets you know also that the products work because you're reading these testimonies. You know that they work. And also, just a side tip, I keep an email file. If I find a testimony I like, say on migraines, I will copy and paste that into my email file. So when I come across, say Amy struggles with migraines, I'm going to send her one of these testimonies that I've come across. And so I will email it to myself and then file it into this file with a tab like migraines or fibromyalgia or whatever as I come across different testimonies. That way you won't spend hours looking for a certain testimony. You'll already have your little slew. That was side note. Also research the ingredients of our products. Pick one product and pick one ingredient and 9. Just benefits of and whatever that ingredient is. You will be shocked that we have the world's best ingredients in our products. They're awesome. So you're doing these research, okay? Also, I'll always give the same little thing that I gave y'all about when you sign up to be a plumber, real estate agent, hairstylist, you have to take some kind of test. You need to be reading to help you. This is all going to build your belief in what we're doing. And then the last thing is attend live events, whether it be something like this that we're doing on a team call, a Zoom here, or an actual live meeting. It definitely opens up their eyes that this is bigger than them. This is bigger than where they are in their own little life. And when they can hear somebody get up on stage or stand up and give a testimony that how these products help them. And a lot of times people cry when they give these testimonies. That means a lot to the person sitting there. They're like, wow, these products really do work. So that gets them. Those 5 things really get them from hope to belief, and they're on their way to going. The rest of it's just you helping them kind of narrow down their list and how to do this product, how to do this. We've all got it set up. Somebody asked you, post on Facebook. We've all got it set up where, you know, people ask you about Plexus, send them the email. Then you follow up with them. And you keep following up. And I have that whole follow-up system. But we're all, you know, just stay together. But anyway, that's where I kind of go on hope and belief. Gina, do you have anything that you want to add? Might be different?
No, that was great. I would just say, I know Sunny would probably agree with this too. Not everybody you sign up is going to be passionate about it. Not everybody you sign up is going to run with the business. So just make sure your focus is to where you're running with the runners. And a lot of times maybe that's just 1 or 2 people. And so you're going to take off with them. You find somebody that's passionate and they're ready to go, take off with them, team up with them, partner with them. And then a lot of times what happens is other people start to see that and they want to jump in on that too. And so, but yeah, what Sunny said was great. I just don't get discouraged. I think so many times people sign up, they get to silver, and then all of a sudden they think their 3 people are just going to take off. And that rarely actually happens. I mean, that rarely ever happens. So you've got to, find those few people that are really passionate and ready to do something with the business and run with them. So run with your runners.
Those things that you said, the 5 things, do you communicate that through like an email? I mean, I know that there's like in Plexus Power Tools and others, there's like that, an email that you send them after they become an ambassador, the things they need to do. And there's different posts I've seen on Facebook. But Cindy, how do you communicate that? Is it a one-on-one, or do you have your own like email that you send that to them in? Because I feel like some of the ones that are out there that are already like mock-ups that we can send, I feel like it's overwhelming and they don't ever read it and don't do anything with it. Or that's been the experience I've had so far with the ones that I've sent it to.
I try to meet one-on-one, even if I'm not in the same. Is that me?
No, I hear it too.
Even if I'm not in the same city, like the last person, I had somebody email me last night and interested in reaching out to me. By the way, I've been doing Plexus how long now? 2.5 years. And this person's never asked me about email. Never asked me about Plexus. And shame on me for not reaching out to her first. I didn't think she needed it. Isn't that terrible? I'm terrible. I should be emailing everybody I know. But so I was so excited because it's somebody that I grew up with. And they don't live here. And so when she goes to sign up, which I'm going to believe that she is, since she's not here, I am going to FaceTime her on my phone or do like this Zoom call, because I believe when they can see your excitement and your passion for what you're that I believe this. It sets the bar a little bit differently. It lets them know that you're there to help them no matter what. But when they can see your face and your excitement. And then I go over these few little things with them to get them going. Also, I try to set their launch party. Now, not everybody, like Gina said, not everybody's going to be interested in building the business. But I try to the quickest way for them to get new ambassadors and new customers is to launch their business, to do a launch event. And so I try to get it set up as soon as possible. But anyway, I try to do it face-to-face as much as I can. I've done I did do 2 this past month. that were all on through email. They just couldn't get together with me. They couldn't get together with me. And I was not about let it go a whole month without me sitting down. I'm like, you know what? You're so busy. Let's do this through email. I'm going to send you a couple things and you reply back to me, and then I'll send you something else to do. And I kind of went, my first email was, you need to tell me why you're doing Plexus. Why did you choose Plexus? And then they got back to me. And then the next thing was, I explained the hope and belief and what are the things I need you to do. And then they're going to get back with me. Then the next thing I go over is making your list. I go over, now I need you to make these lists, and then you can get back to me. But it's the list of 100 to 500, the customer list, the top 10, the chicken list. Then they'll get back to me. Then I'll get back with, let's launch your business. Let's do this. But anyway, I try to do it face-to-face. Sorry, that was long for me just to say face-to-face.
Sunday, do you have this written down anywhere? I'm sorry if you do. I should be embarrassed if I don't know you do. But is this in your files, like your 5 things, or anywhere we could find it?
No, but I probably should add it there. But I know everybody does something different. I know Gina does something, I think, different when she meets with her brand new ambassadors, that what she goes over. I think we're all kind of, I think some of it's the same, but some of it's a little different. Gina, what do you go over?
Okay, so when I sign someone up, I find out the very first thing I find out is why they're doing it. Because so many people just sign up for the discount and they just want, so I'm not going to flood their inbox or flood their, text message them like crazy when they just really want the discount. The one thing I always do, unless they specifically tell me not to, is I always add them to team pages, no matter what, because that's my story. The only reason I think I ended up contacting Cindy 2 months after I'd signed up was because she added me to team pages, and I saw the excitement on the team pages. I saw people like winning contests and people promoting and winning bonuses, and I didn't have a clue what any of it meant, but I wanted in on it. And so it was one of the reasons I'm just competitive enough that it did it for me. So it was one of the reasons that I ended up messaging her and saying, meet me at Starbucks. I want to find out more. I think I can do this. And so I always add them to team pages. And I mean, I've had a few that just say, please don't add me to the team page. And obviously I'm going to respect that. But I always do that. If they are just signing up to get it wholesale, I'll send them an email with how to take their products. I'll personalize it to whatever products that they ordered. And then one thing I tell every single person that signs up with me is, here's my phone number. You can text me anytime and I will get back with you. You can call me and I'll answer. If I can't, I will call you right back. I did a training the other day and I told them, probably the best thing I've done is I just do a lot of what I call on-the-job training. And so I find out when it's somebody who wants to work the business, I do like Cindy does, and I find out their why. I ask them to make a list, and then we'll schedule a launch party. We'll try to schedule a launch party if they're up to that. And then we'll take it from there. And then, I have my level ones text me all the time, and we do lots of on-the-job training. And to me, that's the best way for someone to learn. Mm-hmm. And I can send them, and I still do, when they sign up, there's a checklist in the Slim Sisters files tab of a new ambassador checklist. And I do send that to them so that they have it. But it's a little overwhelming, and just like Julie mentioned, not a lot of people will read that. It's just too much. It's too much information. Mm-hmm. So I tell them their first job is to work on getting a few customers so it can pay for their products, and then let's start working on that first ambassador. And then their next goal is to try to get 3 ambassadors and get to silver. And I just tell them not to really focus too hard and heavy past that until they get to that point. And then once they get to silver, then I say, okay, let's sit down and let's figure out what it's going to take you to get to gold and set a goal for it. So that's how I train a lot of my people. And, it's just, I think I heard Beth mention this on a call the other day. So much of training isn't, and I don't even like formal trainings necessarily, big group settings, that's great. But these are people these are people you already have relationships with. You know them somehow outside of Plexus. So I like to keep it personal, and I like for my people just to call me and say, hey, how do I do this? What is up with this? Or, what's my next goal and how do I get there? So I try to keep it really personal that way. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I do. I think the main thing is just plugging them in immediately. I think the three-way call with your upline that's what I'm really trying to focus on. So I don't know if you guys were a few weeks ago. I actually did a call on this with this challenge group and about that lady. She told us, remember, she said she calls them immediately when she gets that email. Wow, congratulations. Do you guys, anybody remember that? Anyway, I think I recorded it. But anyway, I've been trying to use her method, and I'm going to make a video about that actually. But also in my team pages, I have, it says question to ask new ambassadors. It's in my files. Whenever I do a three-way call, so let's say Jackie signed up a new ambassador. She's my level 1. Jackie's really, really good about getting her new people to get on a three-way call with me. So I'll just call, she'll ask me when I can. We get on a three-way call, and I literally go through that list, those questions. It's just questions to ask, and that's basically what Jana and Cindy said. And then the reason I put that in there and the reason I put the questions is so it is duplicatable. So really, in turn, what Jackie's supposed to do is when her new person gets a new person, she needs to get on the call, and she doesn't have to know what to say because it's literally right there. And it's just like 4 main things, which is very similar to what Cindy said. So I hope that helps, but definitely plug them in immediately. That's the key.
That's one thing I love about this business is that it's so duplicatable that even I'm trying to remember the last time that Gina and I have done a meeting together. It's been a while, hasn't it, Gina? What I do now on I've done a couple of launches. I'm doing another one tomorrow night. I actually read from the slide, and I know the information. I could literally quote it to you right now, blindfolded, spit all the stuff out. I've done it so many times. But I try to make it so easy that the person sitting there is thinking, all she did was read. I could do that. And I want you try to keep it so easy and so simple so that the people that they think, I can do this. It's not that hard. It's when you try to, complicate it and make it too much that they tend to back off a little bit. But if you can keep it simple, that seems to help make it duplicatable.
Yep. Very awesome. All right. Well, any other questions? Otherwise, I know I've got you guys are so cute. Is Suka on here? I just saw she's on her call, but she just signed an ambassador at the same time. So awesome. You guys are amazing. So go ahead. It is, I don't know about you. It's 9:50 my time, but I am spending the next 2 hours messaging people, letting them know, come on, 2 hours left, people. Let's go. So you guys are amazing. I think my team signed, I don't even know. I want to say 14 today so far, which is incredible. So I'm really excited. So let's get going. All right, you guys excited?
Y'all are seriously y'all's little team, or I shouldn't say little, y'all's big team is on fire. You guys are really exciting to watch. So, and you've got a great leader in Amy. Aww. I'm so glad she didn't quit in June of 2014 or July or whenever.
Jana, you need to take full credit for that. And
no, I don't take credit.
For me, honestly, just took her passion, like what everybody's been saying. I was like, I don't know if these products really work. I had all these customers who are complaining. And I said, do you really believe it? And she goes, yes, of course I do. And then she just told me some stories that's all it took for me. I get motivated very easily. And I was like, okay, you're right. That is amazing. And I signed 5 people, 5 new customers within 2 days after that. Cause, yeah, so that was amazing. That's all it took for me.
I want to say that, when you guys see these jewels, there's a separate Facebook jewels page, and what you see out there and what they say on Facebook about our products and about this business is what they truly believe. I'm just saying they're the real deal. It's the real deal. You see I saw Susie McCall post a thing on the jewels page about our products and the belief she has in our products. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's why she is where she is. If you don't have the belief in the products, then you need to go back and I think it was Cindy that mentioned, you need to go research our products, go research the ingredients in our products, go find testimonies and find stories, because that's what's going to build your belief. And then watch those diamond documentaries every single week that come out, because that'll build your belief in the business. When you see that they're just normal women like us working, trying to get their way to the top, that's what's going to do it for you. But you have to have belief in the products. I mean, you have to. And it doesn't mean that every single product out there is going to be for you. I don't take Boost. I don't like Boost, but my husband loves Boost. And so that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you do have that belief in the product, because if you go to talk to any successful jewel, any jewel that's really still growing and succeeding with the company, they believe in our products through and through, and no one's going to tell them any different, because they know what it's done for people, for them and for people on their team. And for family. And so you have to have that belief. I mean, you have to have it. So it's huge.
That's amazing. Thank you. I'm going to miss watching Suk and Laura's babies blow kisses to each other every week. That's their grandma who lives in Pennsylvania, and every week it's so cute. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for your dedication. I am so proud of you. My goal is for you is to take what we just did with the 6-week group and do the exact same thing with your team. Even if you just have 5 or 6 people, who cares? You know, how much has it helped you, right? Some people just need a checklist. They need to know what to do. So I've put everything in our files of that group. I'm going to leave it open. Do the same thing. That's what I would do. And if maybe your power partner and maybe you guys want to do it together, whatever you want to do, but it's there for you to use. I would do the same thing. And I'm actually planning on doing another one. We'll get more details on that, but I'm thinking of doing another version of that, starting in the new year. So, alrighty. Well, thank you, Jana. Thank you, Sunday. And I really, really appreciate you guys getting on the call, and all of you getting on the call. Thank you so, so much. And we did record it, so I'm so excited about that. I remembered. All right. So have a great night. Go get those customers. 2 hours. All right. Good night.